Also, we want to keep my man's in our thoughts. Damar Hamlin from the NFL, man, who collapsed during the game the other day. He's still in the hospital, I believe, still dealing with that.
I think he actually woke up from what I understand.
Yeah,
and
I heard he's doing better, but I think they had to resuscitate him like 3 times. I heard
they removed the trach. I think the little breathing stuff.
Okay.
So I think he's breathing on his own now.
Yeah, man, that was rough, man. When I saw that, I was like, wow. You know what I mean? Because I think, did he get hit and then that made him like collapse, or was it just random? You know what I mean? Because the clip that I saw, I couldn't really tell if it was from the hit or was it from him having some pre-existing issue and he just his body just gave out.
Yeah, I haven't seen the clip, but from what I understand, I think he got hit.
Yeah, and basically, it looked like he got hit, but it didn't look like he got hit that hard though.
So but that's the thing, man. Like it's like stuff like that. Those are usually the most dangerous.
Right,
kind of like,
right.
Not to bring up, NASCAR, but when Dale Earnhardt died, what I'm saying, it was like those. Like the wreck that he had,
yeah.
Like it was like it's like a small wreck. He'll probably get out of it.
Yeah,
I'm usually the one to kill you.
Yep.
Yeah. So like the little small joints that they don't look that bad. I'm usually the ones.
Yeah.
You can have people flip the car over like 50, 11 times. They walk out without a scratch.
Yeah, man.
But going back to him, and like for what I understand, my girlfriend's mom is a nurse.
Okay.
So she was telling me what happened when he hit. There's like your heart has a thing where, it has electricity to the body to make you operate. Mm-hmm. So for what I understand is, and it's like a millisecond this happens. Like it opens and closes. Right? The pump.
Mm-hmm.
So when that guy, I'm just kind of breaking it down. So when the guy hit him, his heart so happened to close when he hit. So when he did that, it went on like another, a regular heartbeat or something, like a regular beat. So that's what messed him up. It was just a millisecond. Like if he hit him like a millisecond
later,
he'd probably been, he probably got hit and just got back up.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
It was a case of bad timing, man.
Yeah,
that's crazy, man.
But I mean, I can't say like, oh yeah, you can't say, well, yeah, you meant to do that, and like I don't know, because millisecond,
right?
Like how do you time that?
You can't. You out there trying to win. You ain't trying to time. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna hit this guy just right.
Yeah, it's damn near impossible. I mean, unless you super dude that
right. Man. Y'all send some positive thoughts, man, for my man Damar Hamlin.
Yeah, man, definitely.
That's rough, man.
Definitely.
I just, as long as he pulls through, man, I'll be happy, man.
And fuck Skip Bayless, yo, man.
Yeah, what was he saying?
So I don't know if you seen the tweet. It was basically, let me see if I can pull up the tweet.
Yeah, I didn't know nothing about it, man. I don't really mess with Skip like that. You know what I mean? If I happen to be passing by and I see it, I'll stop for a minute and see what they're talking about. But I don't be looking for Skip like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. He I don't know. He's sometimey for me. I call that sometimey. Sometimes
and then like
cool,
him.
Sometimes it's like nah.
Actually, matter of fact, him and Shannon Sharp.
Yeah.
Actually, kind of got into it.
Yeah.
Because he was talking about he was actually talking about the whole, like, look, you should take the tweet down. And like, nah, I ain't gonna take the tweet down. I stand by what I said. And actually, not Skip, but Shannon wasn't on the show. Like I think he stepped off the show
because of
the whole situation. Came back and was going to say like, listen, basically what he was going to say was like, look, we can't focus on it. Ain't just about the game. Let's focus about this young man,
right? Who
was hurt. So let me see if I can pull it up. Let's see. Athletes call for Skip Bayless to be fired after sick tweet. Okay,
Yeah,
so
what exactly was this tweet? I need to know because, like I said, you were the first one that brought it up to me. I don't really keep up with this stuff like that because I'm not a big sports fan. But if I happen to see a big headline, I'll check it out. You know what I mean?
okay, so it says no doubt the NFL is considering postponing the rest of this game, but how? This late in the season, a game of this magnitude is crucial to the regular season outcome, which suddenly seems so irrelevant. So this guy, I am Sauce, is a free agent. It's like, are you serious talking about when the football game should be postponed? Damar Hamlin's health is all that matters at this moment. Nothing else.
Yeah, I mean, because that's how some of these fans are. They don't care about what happened to somebody. They just like, look, the show must go on, and that's really sad because you got to think about what happened to this man. You know what I mean? He is facing some critical condition.
Yeah,
you know
I mean,
he didn't just get a little bit of a headache and they said, all right, go sit this one out. This man is struggling. You know what I mean? This is not your average everyday injury or ailment. You know what I mean? So
it's really, I mean, to me, it's like it's really insensitive. It really is.
It really is.
Because I mean, it's just like, and it kind of makes me think. It kind of shows you what he think of like particularly black athletes in general.
Right.
But see, and that's the thing too. Like him, and then like even with Stephen A. Like these. Well, I'll give Stephen.
Get me started.
Well, I'll give Stephen A. this. He did play with WSSU, but he wasn't like the man.
Yeah, I mean he wasn't no legend.
Nah, he wasn't a legend. And then they ain't gonna. But Skip, he ain't never played ball.
Right.
And how are you getting like millions of dollars for you talking shit about people? And you can't even produce the same thing. Because at least I can at least say with Shannon Sharp, because he at least played. He can at least produce.
Right.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? I know he can't do like great now, but the man seems like he's still in excellent shape. I mean, with the jackets and stuff he wear, he's still ripped. Yeah. So it's like, come on, man. Come on, Skip. But you know what I'm saying? Like, but
that's
yeah,
pretty too.
Yeah, but pretty much it's just like, how can you sit there and say like all these people are this and they ain't doing this and bad talking all these athletes when you never done what they did and you can never do what they did and you can't do it now. So Skip, shut the fuck up.
Exactly.
Shut the fuck up.
So yeah, man. So like you said, man, just wanted to send some positive thoughts out to Damar Hamlin's self and family included, because I know they worried about him. You know what I mean? So yeah, y'all, hit us in the comments. Let us know what y'all think about the whole situation, and please don't forget, hit the buttons, like, share, subscribe, like, share, subscribe, like, share, subscribe, brothers and sisters. Yes, sir. We need funds. Allocated.
So we can build a damn school.
We need funds so we can stop Keith Murray from telling these wild stories about.
Yo, my man wilding, son.
My man out there wilding, yo. I don't know, man.
Wow.
I ain't gonna never take away from the fact that Keith is a legend in lyricism and hip hop in general. But these stories, man, he wilding, man. So, first he came out and he said that he's brown. Then he came out and said he had a same type of brief encounter of oral sex with Shauna. You know what I mean? And it's just weird, man. The way he tells these stories, I really feel like something is not right. Something is not right. Something ain't clicking because you don't sound as coherent as you think you sound. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's my personal opinion.
Now, to be real, I'm not. Look, I'm always gonna love Keith Murray.
Oh yeah,
beautiful thing in this world.
Yeah,
but I've heard, and this is even years ago, I heard with a couple other rappers. I'm not saying that he's with these rappers.
Yeah.
But I heard that he was actually gay.
Word? Wow. Now that's another thing I meant to mention that about the R. Kelly thing. They said that he might be too, because they said
R. Kelly.
Yes, they said some of his past victims were dudes, young boys. Yeah. And it goes deep. We might have to talk about it off camera, but I don't want to get into too much about it because it goes a little deeper. Pause. But anyway, but yeah, I never heard that about Keith Murray, so that would be interesting, to hear that if he was. I mean, not that I would be mad at him for being.
Yeah, I mean,
he doesn't come off as that type. You know what
I mean? I've heard,
Well, yeah, R. Kelly.
Hearsay, but yeah, man, I think because I mean, really, especially now, I mean, especially as old as he is now,
right.
It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, especially being a man, I mean, I don't think you should be. Now, I can understand when you're younger. Because I think even like with, what was it, Sticky Fingers, when he was on the Breakfast Club. And, they brought up like, oh, yeah, and I know you got head from dang on Brandy. He's like, oh, look. I ain't trying to talk about that.
Right.
I ain't trying to talk about that. We're talking about, this is the stuff that we're talking about. So, I mean, for him being the man, at his age, and he's still kind of doing that like a younger man. I don't want to say like a boy, because I think that'd be, but like a younger man, I think that kind of like, yo, why are you doing this?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What do you need to,
I don't know, man, but he talked about the situation with Shauna, and he also talked about he had a brief relationship on this one. He said with Bill Cosby's daughter, but it was funny because he said the only reason he didn't stay with her and keep the relationship going was because she looked too much like Bill. He said his dick would get soft every time you look at her face.
Oh man, hold on.
Yo, I was dying.
Oh man, hold on.
He said that. He said she made the pudding pop go down. Yo. It's funny, man. I've never really seen a picture of her, so I'm gonna have to Google this chick, man, see what she looked like. But he said that was his reason. He said she's beautiful, but he said every time I look at her, all I see is Bill Cosby.
Dang, so he was up there trying to do the thing, and all he's like, I would like to talk to you about some of the things that you do in your show.
And it's gone. Sorry.
You cannot say fuller filth in your show. No.
Yo, but that one had me laughing. That one had me laughing. He said, he said he told Eric Sermon, like, man, I should have never broke up with her. I lost that trust fund money, that Bill Cosby trust fund money.
Man, shoot, man. Yeah, shoot.
Man, it's rough out here, man. It's rough, man. So, I don't know, man. But I don't know. I mean, like I said, Keith Murray is one of my favorite rappers in the world. And he is definitely somewhere in my top 30. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Somewhere in my top 30. And I used to buy his albums all the time. And I mean, when his stuff would drop, I was one of the first ones to pick it up. So I'll never take that away from him. But the stories just do sound a little weird. Like, I don't know if he embellishing a little bit, or if he, smoking some good stuff, you know what I mean? Because he smoked that ganja, you know what I mean? He smoked that Bombay Z, you know what I mean? So, we never know what's going on with Keith Murray.
He might be smoking that synthetic.
Right. That ooh-wee. But yeah, man, I mean, still shout out to Keith Murray. I never, take that away from him. Legend.
No doubt.
And if I ever get to meet him, I'm going to show him the highest respect, you know what I mean? But if we ever get to meet him, I'm going to be like, tell us one of your stories, man. Tell us who you was with. Tell us one of the chicks you was with. All right, so check it out. I was with Trina, right? She was laying there, and I went in the box, and I could see him just going into some story like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they say he's actually really hilarious. Like, he's a really funny character.
I can see it. Yeah, he seems like he'd be funny.
Yeah, like.
Well, yeah, man, that was funny, man. So shout out to Keith Murray, man. But before we wrap up the show, man, we got to talk about the fact that in 2023, hip hop is turning 50 years old. Yes, sir. So there's going to be a lot of major things happening this year, you know, to celebrate hip hop. I'm sure there's going to be some documentaries. BET seems to be doing this hip hop 50 theme, so I feel like they're probably going to do something. They haven't really spoken out and said anything, but they're usually pretty good at trying to wrangle the hip hop community in with some kind of special like that. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, man, you know, the official, you know, on record birth year of hip hop is 1973. And so, you know, it was a little bit before that, but that's the official year that we agree on. You know what I mean? When everything, you know, kind of came to a culmination. You know what I mean?
I always thought it was 72.
Yeah.
I heard, and it might be the Mandela effect or whatnot, but I always heard like, it started in 72.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
And then, you know, but really, you know, in actuality, didn't really have a like start date per se.
Right.
But, you know what I'm saying? But I always heard 72. I guess until recent, you know what I'm saying, it's been corrected. But,
yeah. And I mean, we know that there's been hip hop stuff going on since like the 50s and 60s, like, you know, dancing, like moonwalking and all that. That was going on in the early 60s, late 50s. But, you know, around the 70s is when everybody just kind of put everything together. You had the graffiti art, the beatboxing, the rapping, the DJing, all of that stuff. And they finally just kind of packaged it into one deal and said, let's make it official. This is hip hop.
Yep.
So I think that's what it is. You know, that's what the 73 represents when they really kind of just made an official decision. And there was just a lot more hip-hop parties and things like that going on. You know, you had people like Grand Wizard Theodore and Grandmaster Flash and all of them types that were really just setting it the fuck off. You know what I mean? So, you know, Kool Herc, you know, throwing those legendary parties. You know what I mean? You had up and coming people like Kid Capri and Ron G trying to jump in the scene and do their own thing. So, yeah, man, I love it.
Man, I would love to go into like a Kool G party.
Man, I mean, like Ron G, yeah.
I mean, Kool Herc.
Kool Herc. Oh, okay. I thought you were Ron G.
But yeah, that too.
Yeah. Ron G would throw a dope party because he does a lot of dope stuff on. I follow his Instagram page and he's always doing live DJing sets and stuff like that, playing classic music. But Kool Herc, man, I don't know if he's doing anything like that right now, but I would love to have gone to some of his parties back in the day.
Yeah, they were saying people, he was like doing parties up until like the late 80s. Like, yeah.
Okay. That's what's up, man.
I remember like when I worked in the movie theater, I was, still big, hip hop head. I was actually like reading books, studying. You know what I'm saying? So, and I was talking to this guy. I was like, yeah, man, Kool Herc. He's like the, father of the, that invented it. He said, man, I ain't heard that name since '89. Like, like my older brother used to go up to the parties and stuff.
Yeah,
back
man.
In the day, so.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, man. I mean, there was some legendary parties in New York in those days. The 80s were really big on parties. I mean, they started in the 70s, but the 80s was when the block parties and jams were really just jumping, man. So I'm sure Kool Herc was still doing his thing all the way through the 80s. I went to several parties and that were hosted by the legend himself, Busy B. He used to live right around the corner from me. And I mean, he would throw some good parties, man. So he was a great influencer when it comes to hip hop for me. And I miss those days, man. New York was dangerous as fuck. So we didn't go too far. I mean, there was a lot of parties all around the city, but I always stayed at the ones that were in my neighborhood. Like, chances are, if I see somebody here, it's gonna be somebody I know. You go 3 blocks away from your own neighborhood, you liable to get fucked up just for being there. They like, who the fuck are you and why are you here? You know what I mean? So, yeah. But yeah, man, definitely want to celebrate hip hop this year. We're gonna try to do some big things for the show.
Yep.
We want to take our show to the next level. So, if y'all have some ideas for the show, please let us know. We love feedback. We're gonna try to do some things to celebrate 50 years in hip hop, man. Sha Rock, they got a Sha Rock Day in New York, and this is her 5th year of doing it. Started right around the time when we started the podcast. So I would love to go to one of those one day. But yeah, man, and you know, this is gonna be a year about legendary stuff, man. The legends in hip hop, and we're gonna try to make some legendary things happen with the show as well. So, anything else you want to talk about with hip hop, the 50th anniversary?
Yeah, just, you know, glad that it's seen 50 years, and
right.
It's really, and the fact that it's the most dominant genre,
Mm-hmm.
like,
mm-hmm.
and, you know, and you know what I'm saying, it's still dominating. And I mean, unfortunately, you know, they're trying to whitewash it, but it's still, you know, most of it is, you know, still kind of black. So
yeah,
I'll give it that. So it's good that I'm happy that
it brings in a lot of money too.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm happy that, you know, we're somewhat a part of it. You know what I'm saying? We may not be making, you know, necessarily the money from it, but the fact that, you know, we can kind of this be like our little time capsule, and we can kind of, like, people can look back like, okay, this is what hip hop is. This is what they're talking about, you know. So, yeah.
But yeah, man, you know, happy birthday coming up to hip hop. You know, the birthday is officially celebrated on August, was it 11th, I believe?
Yeah, I think
August 11th. So, you know, that's always been kind of funny to me. You know, I was born in 74, so hip hop was like officially 1 year before me, but my birthday is also in August on the 14th. So, you know, it always feels like, you know, like hip hop is that older brother, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, man, shout out to everybody who, you know, checks us out. You know, please don't forget to hit those buttons.
Like, share, subscribe.
Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe.
Brothers and sisters.
Yes, sir. We might get Dr. Umar on the show one day. I'm like, yeah, let me tell you, brother, something.
Yep, dude. Pretty much they're gonna be like, look, you need to stop talking about stupid shit.
Exactly.
You need to stop doing it.
They ain't gonna crack the whip on us, man. You brothers gonna get some lashes, man.
You gonna get some lashes. I was like, wait a minute. I don't know what we did.
Right. My bad, Dr. Umar. We was just joking, bro. But yeah, man, I want to, you know, make sure that our stuff like, you know, the lyrical breakdowns is more legendary this year, and, you know, anything that we do, man, really celebrate hip hop this year, man. So, and, you know, we got some, you know, we're going to be doing some big things. We got some equipment now, you know, we're going to start to learn how to use it and get the sound effects right, and, you know, do some things, you know,
create so our damn own speaker beats. Don't be going out.
Right.
And then, you know, I got a little tab joint.
Yeah, exactly. So we're going to get it. We're going to get it. We're going to get it right for y'all, man. So thank y'all for supporting us, those of y'all who follow and spread the word. You know what I mean? Keep spreading the word. Anybody who just love to talk about hip hop, send them our way. You know what I mean? Come to Death Row.
You don't want to see your podcaster all in the videos, dancing. Come to Triad Hip Hop Podcast.
Right. Yes, sir. Come to Triad Hip Hop Podcast. All right, man. Well, I guess that's pretty much all I have, man. I guess we can go ahead and wrap it up, man. So, for episode 230, you know, this is your man Kurt, and this is
Howie.
And we'll see y'all next time. And look for a lyrical breakdown this week. You know, we're going to make it big. All right?
All right.
Peace.